by non-indigenous species are currently rated as one of the most important global-scale environmental problems. The loss of biodiversity has generated concern over the consequences for ecosystem functioning, and thus understanding the relationship between both has become a major focus in ecological research during the last two decades. The biodiversity invisibility hypothesis by Elton suggests that high diversity increases the competitive environment of communities and makes them more difficult to invade. Numerous biodiversity experiments have been conducted since Elton's time, and several mechanisms have been proposed to explain the often observed negative relationship between diversity and invisibility. Besides the decreased chance of empty ecological niches, but the increased probability of competitors that prevent invasion success, diverse communities are assumed to use resources more completely and therefore limit the ability of invaders to establish. Further, more diverse communities are believed to be more stable because they use a broader range of niches than species-poor communities. 생물 다양성이 carve out more empty ecological spaces. 뭐야 이건? Guardian of ecology, diversity resists invasion. 요거 같아. Grasp all, lose all. Necessity of species-poor ecology. 절대 아니죠. Challenges in testing biodiversity, invisibility hypothesis. 아니고. Diversity dilemma. The more competitive, the less secure. 오케이. 과학 교과서에 나오는 질문. Many of us tend to feel uncomfortable making requests of anyone beyond our inner circle of family and close friends, but in doing so, we vastly underestimate the responsiveness of weak ties, our acquaintances and people we don't know very well. Weak ties are exactly valuable because they are the bridges between social circles. Novel information, new solutions to problems, and other sources travel across these bridges. We also vastly underestimate the responsiveness of dormant ties. Dormant? Okay. The connections we once had that we haven't maintained. For example, most people wouldn't even consider reaching out to a high school classmate they haven't seen in 25 years to ask for a job lead. We assume such attempts to reconnect would be rejected, or that our former classmate would resent our reaching out only to ask for a favor. But most people in your past would actually welcome hearing from and helping you, according to organizational researchers. The passage of time doesn't erase a shared history of understanding, emotions, and trust. Maintain bridges beyond your inner circle. 이건 딱히 아니고. How to manage your ties with close friends. 아니고. Why people ask their acquaintances for help. No. The closer you get, the more you will be trusted. No. Why your relationships between family members are valuable. 뭐 다 이상한 것 같은데. Why people ask their acquaintances for help. The closer you get, the more you will be trusted. 이건 절대 아니고. Maintain bridges beyond your inner circle. How to manage your ties with close friends. 이건 절대 아니야. Why people ask their acquaintances for help. The closer you get, 이거 절대 아니고. Why your relationships between family members are valuable. 절대 아니야. 그럼 1번 아니면 3번 줄 중에서 굳이 말하자면 이건가? 네. Yeah, many times our greatest growth periods come through the experience of pain. Those of us who have experienced a dark time in life through serious illness or emotional trauma know the opportunity it brings for innermost wisdom and insight. Sometimes we have to experience the contrast of darkness in order to find the light. Indeed, there are lessons within our lives that may be much more apparent in the darkness of our despair because we focus more intensely when there are fewer things to see. It is like walking to a dark room. At first we can see nothing, yet after our eyes have had a chance to refocus, we begin to see particular items in the room even though the room is still dark. Likewise, we begin to see particular items likewise we can see some very profound insights about area of our life that need improvement while we are quietly lying in bed recovering from an illness away from our hectic daily routines. What you see what you see can fool you. No. Let go of what you can't change. No. Look on the bright side of your life. 나 이런 거 너무 싫어. Dark times are when we really grow. Pain is the primary enemy we should fight against. No. Number 4, number 3. 이거 두 개만 더 하자. Privacy has not always characterized American families. Before the 19th century, people felt free to enter others' homes and tell them what to wear and how to treat their children. The development of the value of family privacy and autonomy emerged with the separation of home and work and the growth of cities during the late 19th century. Innovations in the amenities available within the home over the years, indoor plumbing, refrigerators, telephones, radios, television, central air conditioning, home computers, tablets, and smart speakers, for example, have all increased the privacy and isolation of American households. Our need to leave home for entertainment, goods, or services have been considerably reduced. Air conditioners, for instance, allow us to spend hot, stuffy summer evenings inside our own homes instead of on the front porch or at the local ice cream shop. With the internet, text messaging, social media, and home shopping cable networks, family members can survive without ever leaving the privacy of their home. The institution of family has become increasingly self-contained and private. Real changes are ensuring privacy at home. Financial stability maintains strong family network. 이건 정말 트로야. 제목은 아니지. Being online, social benefits versus privacy concerns. Ways the development of household gadgets enhances daily life. Increased privacy of American family with technological innovation. Okay. 4. Social media and the possibility of connecting people across the globe through communication and information platforms may seem like a tool for tolerance because technology enables people to see and participate in worlds beyond their own. We often identify teens in particular as the great beneficiaries of this new cosmopolitanism. However, when we look at how social media is adopted by teens, it becomes clear that the internet doesn't level inequality up in any practical or widespread way. The patterns are all too familiar. Prejudice, racism, and intolerance are pervasive. Many of the social divisions that exist in the offline world have been replicated and in some cases amplified online. Those old divisions shape how teens experience social media and the information that they encounter. This is because while technology does allow people to connect in new ways, it also reinforces existing connections. It does enable new types of access to information, but people's experience of that access are uneven at best. The pros and cons of social networking for teens. 좋은 점은 별로 안 나와 있는 것 같은데. Can online degrees reduce global inequalities in education? 이건 너무 동떨어진 것 같고. Social media and teen depression. The two go hand in hand. No. Depression? Are your teens' communication problems due to social media use? 이것도 딱히 아닌 것 같고. Offline social divisions mirrored in and magnified in teen social media. This one would be. Okay. So, 답을 맞춰보자. 34쪽. Page. 제목파 21455. 예. 이승금이 이제 집에 갈 거예요. 집에 가요.